Thank you, Sean. Thank you for everyone at Icon Coaching.
Simon, congratulations, man. You know what that is?
That's winning.
It's winning, baby. I love it when you're winning. That's fantastic.
I got 2 under contract, so that's like 2.8 million in 2 weeks.
You've got to take control of your production to make sure that you're making more money, your bank account balance is rising, that your net worth is increasing, and that's what we want to see happen.
So that they can save the listing.
Which I'm really, really thankful for, Sean. Thank you.
See everyone coming on board.
Welcome to Icon Coaching's webinar.
Welcome everybody to the Icon Coaching webinar. I'm so fired up for you guys to be here because you're going to learn from a true expert. I mean, a master in real estate sales. Now, Malcolm Gladwell tells us it takes 10,000 hours to master anything. And let me tell you, Rob Daniel, he's got at least 10,000 hours under his belt when it comes to working expireds, for sale by owners, the what to say, the how to say it, the voice inflection, the use of pause. Guys, I want you to tune in, pay attention, take great notes today, and just let Rob teach you how to get your next listing and then your next listing. And by the way, when you adopt and apply what Rob teaches you today, you can get the similar results that Rob got. So Rob, tell them about your working with FSBOs, expireds. What was the result?
Well, the biggest thing is that right whenever I came into the business, which been quite a long time ago, but I realized I needed money. And so I knew expireds and for sale by owners one, here's the thing, Sean, and I'll just ask you the question, just it's a yes or no. Do expireds want to sell their house? Yes or no?
Well, they've already raised their hand.
Yes. Are you a realtor that sells houses?
There you go.
So, yes. Do for sale by owners want to sell their house?
They do.
Yes. Are you a realtor that sells houses? What a great match. And I realized that right from the very beginning. And so I dedicated myself into just really absorbing these two sets of people for lead generation. And I mastered those lead generation for sale owners and expireds. We're going to concentrate today on expireds. And because I can't wait to get going here, Sean, because June is the second best month of the year for listing expireds, the second best month. And I'll talk about that in just a moment. But again, I listed 9 expireds a month for 8 years straight, 9 expireds a month. And I listed 4 for sale by owners a month for 8 years straight. So again, I trust that I am an expert in that. I've got over 10,000 hours, no doubt about it. But I tell you what I like for everybody to do, if they will, let's start out. Where's everybody from? Hey, could you put over into the comment or the chat, where are you from? What state? What great state? Los Angeles, Hawaii, Wilson, North Carolina. I'm not too far from you. There's some Florida. Man, they're going fast. Florida, Texas, Indiana, Phoenix, Long Island. There you go. California, Carmel, Indiana. Okay, that's kind of a new one for me. Do you know where Carmel is, Sean?
Carmel, California.
Carmel.
Oh, come on, man. That's the best golfing in the world. It is
really?
Beach, it's Spyglass. It's, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Rob, you got to go.
Wait a minute. Best golfing in the world. Now I'm looking for somebody here just came from Maui. I got to believe that's some pretty good golfing over there.
I'd go with Kauai. Now, I want you to experience whatever golf course you want to experience. So tune in, pay attention to Rob. Yet I do need to say one thing before I turn it over to Rob. I see a lot of you are from the state of Texas, a lot of you from the state of Florida, which is fantastic. We are bringing live training to both of those states. So hear this, guys. We're going to 8 cities in the next, 90 days. We're hitting San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Houston, Miami, Jacksonville. We're going to Tampa and Orlando. Guys, 8 different locations. Sales Surge is what we're calling this. And guys, we have put together the most cutting edge, just motivate you experience that you've had in your lifetime. Plus, you're going to learn so much that you can apply right now to your business. I want you to go to iconcoaching.com and find your city and register. In fact, do it right now. Seriously, just go to Icon Coaching right now and click on the events tab, go to live sales search, and just register. Just make it happen. It doesn't cost you a cent, by the way. And I want you to invite all your friends that are realtors. Okay. So the more, the merrier. In fact, the more people we have there, the better the synergy, the faster the learning, just everything gets better with more and more people there. So let's promote the heck out of this thing. It's free. Just register now. And without further delay, Rob, over to you. Let's talk.
All right.
Expireds. Come
All
on,
right, yeah.
man.
Well, let's talk expireds, okay, first. I mean, because I think that is something that we need to really talk about, because here's the deal. Talking to the owner of Red X and also Land Voice, which they are wonderful when it comes to sending out, expireds and for sub owners in a nice package for an email. They were showing me statistics of how June is a great month for making sure that you are getting the expireds. You got to pick up the phone though, and we're going to be talking about the script in just a moment. So let me help you with something. January is the absolute best month for listing expireds. June is the second best month for listing expireds. Okay, so you have January and then you have June. So I'm going to give you a couple of little hints of what I did and how I did some things, and then I'm going to go over the script that I used and then talk to you about expireds and how I listed 9 expireds every single month. Remember this one thing, on always New Year's Day, however many expireds are coming off every single month in your market, that's how many, and I'm talking about in your market. If there's 100, 200, 300 that come off every month, if it's that kind of market, then I can tell you right now, 100 or 200 or 300 will come off that one day in New Year's. Let me give you the second day, June 1st. June 1st. Now, it's just June the 17th. So I'm going to say to everybody that's listening right now, and look, we've got over 100 people right now. I want every one of you to hear this. You need to go and pull up all the expireds from January 1st. Okay? Pull off every single one of them. Do it today or do it tomorrow. And then pull off every one of them for June the 1st. That's going to give you a tremendous amount of old expireds, basically, to be able to make some phone calls right now. Now, I want you to think about this. I was really thinking, if you called the ones January 1st, hi, how you doing? My name is Rob Daniel with Blankety Blank Real Estate Company. Hey, I saw that your house came off the market at the first of the year, and I was just calling to see if you'd had the good fortune of selling your property or you're planning on doing something else with it. You could say something on that line as you were talking to them. Guys, it's been 6 months. Let me give you a thought on this. If they did list with somebody else, they're really ticked off right now, because it's been 6 months and they're probably expired again. In fact, you might be able to see them June the 1st and New Year's. You might be seeing the same expired. And by the way, get real excited if you have that. Now, I'm going to tell you this, they could be doubly mad at you. Yeah, well, whoa, Rob, I didn't do anything to them. Yeah, you did. You didn't sell their house. Okay, and we'll get into the handling objections in just a couple of moments. But again, all I'm saying to you, that is a good sign. Now, if it's June the 1st, you can call them back up, because again, they're probably not listed yet on June the 1st, because they're probably now waiting for the summer to get over. Okay, yeah, let me get the vacations out of the way. Let me do this, let me do that. So you call the June 1st people. Hi, how you doing? My name is Rob Daniel. I saw your house come off the market, and I was just giving you a call to see if you plan on going with another real estate agent. That was my number one call in. That's what I said to every expired whenever I picked it up, unless it was old expireds. But if I'm calling the expireds today, if I pulled off the expireds and I called them today, I would start off, hi, how you doing? My name is Rob Daniel with XYZ Real Estate. I'm just giving you a call today because I saw your house come off the market, and I'm calling to see if you plan on going with another real estate agent. Do you? Now, I want everybody, I'm just calling. Write that down. I'm just calling to ask you, or to show you or ask you, do you plan on going with another real estate agent? When you say those words, I'm just calling, they feel like you're not going to be on the phone very long. And you've got to emphasize that. I'm just calling. And so just know that I'm just calling to see if you plan on going with another real estate agent. Are you? And then not only that, again, listen how fast I did talk. That's why you got to know your scripts. That's why you got to know your handling objection techniques. You got to know them like the back of your hand. Hi, how you doing? I'll say it again. Hi, how you doing? My name is Rob Daniel with Blankety Blank Real Estate. I saw your house come off the market today, and I was just giving you a call to see if you plan on going with another real estate agent. Do you? And whenever now, there are a ton of answers that they can give. A ton of answers they can give. All right? By the way, I do want to say one little thing right here before I go on. I've got what I'm saying to you, I've got it on a voice text. Okay? I have it on a voice text. And so to keep you here, and I'm only going to be about another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes to give you this good stuff here. Then I'm going to tell you where you can go get my voice text, and I'll have it there for about 24 hours. And you can go get so you can hear my voice inflection, so you can listen to it over and over again. Hi, how you doing? My name is Rob Daniel. I'm with Blankety Blank Real Estate. I saw your house come off the market, and I was just calling to see if you plan on going with another real estate agent. Do you? And now, here are the things they can say. And if you want to put it over into the chat, ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the things that they might say? Let me involve you for just a moment. What could they say? I'm going to put my chat on so I can see some of the things. Not interested. I can appreciate that, Alexandra. Absolutely. Staying with Sean, man. Don't you want to say to Sean, are you out of your mind? Don't you know what Einstein said, doing the same thing? No, but you don't say that, okay? Not going to sell anymore. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I can. I have a few things to do to the house first. I can appreciate going for sale by. I can appreciate that. Okay. Anything else there? Where were you when? Where were you when? I can appreciate that too. And there's one you haven't put on there yet, and it is, I hate all you realtors. I can appreciate that. So everything that they say, just say, I can appreciate that. Okay. I can appreciate that. Okay. And so again, I want to just, don't argue with them. Don't talk to them, because I'm going to show you what you need to say after that. Anything and everything that they might say, you say, I can appreciate. I'm going for sub owner. I hate all real estate agents. I'm going to stay with the same agent. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I can appreciate all of that. But let me ask you this question. If you had sold with that other real estate agent, that's kind of a little stab, right? If you had sold with that other real estate agent, where are you moving to next? And then be quiet. If you had sold with that other real estate agent, where were you going to move to next? Listen, let me say this to everybody on here. They want to tell you. They are dying to tell you what they wanted to do. They are just, let me tell somebody what I wanted to do. I'm going to Florida. Woo! And this, you got to practice this. Woo! What a wonderful place. I'm going to California, Southern California. Woo! What a wonderful place. I'm going to Texas. Woo! What a wonderful place. I'm going to Fargo, North Dakota. What a wonderful cold place. I mean, no matter what it is, woo, what a wonderful place. In fact, go ahead and practice that with me. Go ahead. Woo, I can't hear you anyway. Woo, what a wonderful place. I mean, because think about it. I'm going down the street to this subdivision. I wanted that house right down the street, or I'm staying in the same neighborhood, but I need a bigger house. Woo, what a one. Thank you, Eric, for practicing with me on the chat. What a wonderful place. Absolutely. because where they're going is a wonderful place. So let me help you with this. I want you to write this down. Put them in their happy place. Put them in their happy place. They are going to want to talk to you about the house. Don't go there. They are going to want to talk to you about the realtor. Don't go there. You want to put them in the happy place. If you had sold with that other real estate agent, where are you moving to next? Listen to my voice. Now, just think about, I want you to hear how high my voice is. This is where you get this language of sales and the voice inflections and all this kind of stuff. But listen to I could talk like this also. I could be very demanding. Well, if you had sold with that other real estate agent, where are you moving to next? You got to be careful. See how my voice went back up? It's a friendlier voice. If you had sold with that other real estate agent, where are you moving to next? You can even say it in almost a whisper, a quietness, versus all the other ways of getting to that point. Now, again, wherever they're moving to, you want to stay right there. I'm moving to, I love to move to Florida. Ooh, man, what a wonderful place. What part are we talking about? The East Coast or the West Coast? The West Coast is the kind of the calm place and the East Coast is the wild place. Oh, you're going to Naples. Ooh, what a wonderful place down there in the bottom part of Florida on the West Coast, man, where it's nice and calm. And are you going there? Listen to what I'm saying. You got to get them involved, got to get them talk. Here's what I'm saying to you. You got to start bringing their defense down. Start bringing their defense down. And here's what you want to say to them. Listen, let me ask you this. Are you going there for business or personal? Oh, yeah, it's personal. We want to be with our family again and our grandkids. Oh, man. Getting you back there to your grandkids, getting you to Naples where you want to be. Do you do any fishing at all? Oh, yeah, we have a boat and everything down in there. Man, getting you to see your grandkids and fishing and those type of things. You see what I'm doing? I've put them in their happy place. Okay.
Additionally, Rob, let me underline what you're saying here and guys, write this down, please. Logic makes them think. Logic makes them think. Rob, finish it.
Emotion makes them act.
There you go. Emotion.
Logic makes them
what
think.
Rob is doing with this line of questioning, I saw in the chat, some coaches say that maybe you shouldn't get into that too early in the conversation because there's no rapport yet. However, I would encourage you to build rapport based on the needs of the prospect. See if you can be the answer, the solution to their problem. That rapport is instantaneous. Yet logic makes them think, emotion makes them act. And that's exactly what Rob is doing with his line of questioning. He's almost immediately getting them into the emotion. No doubt about it. Keep going, Rob.
And I love that, Sean. I call it their happy place, and it is the emotional place, right?
Ooh,
because
love that happy place.
Yeah. Well, see, the logic place, right, is their house. The logic place is talking about the realtor. That's all the logic stuff. They want, why didn't my house sell? Why do you think my house didn't sell? Why didn't you show my house whenever it was on the one? That's all the logic place. But you want to put them in the happy place where they're going. That's the emotional part. That's the emotional stuff. So again, you're going down to Naples or you're going to, Southern California, you're going to be down there. You're going to be loving it. You're going to be with your grandkids. You're going to be fishing. You're going to be, out there with all the people, this type of thing. You're bringing their defense. You're bringing their, watch me on the screen, everybody. You're bringing their defense down. You're bringing their down. Bam! Get the appointment. Right then, when you feel like they are smiling, when you feel like, oh, yes, man, that's where I want to be. Yes, that's what I would love to do. Yes, that's where, man, I would love to be down there now. Bam! Get the appointment. Listen to me now. Please listen. I know there's other speakers and other people, and Sean may even have a different thought about this, but listen to what I did. If I was on the phone and I got the appointment, get off the phone. You're done. Your job was to get the appointment. If you're on the doorstep, get off the doorstep. Do not go in. Leave. You got the appointment. for you high eyes, if you know the disc, D-I-S-C, that talk a lot, that's a high eye. You know that. Come on. The high eyes is the talkers. They're the emotional ones. And you love to stand there and just talk and talk and talk, or stay on the phone and talk and talk and talk. No, when you get the appointment, get off. You're done. Okay? And so when you get to the house, that's whenever, and by the way, you want to make sure that whenever you say, well, listen, why don't I do this for you? Why don't I do this? Why don't I take a look at your house through the buyer's eye? Why don't I stop by? You don't have to, and this is what I did. You don't have to list with me, knowing I'm going to get the listing. Remember, I listed 9 expireds a month. Okay. You don't have to list with me, but let me take a look at your property and just see why your house didn't sell. Is Monday good? And see, I didn't ask. Is Monday good or is Wednesday better? And will all the decision makers be there? Did you hear what I just said? Will all the decision makers be there? Because I just had a person that I talked to a lot, and they went and spent, oh my gosh, 3 hours with a seller, with a for sale by owner, and did not realize that there was somebody else on there that had to sign. And when they sent everything over to them, they didn't sign and they went with somebody else. You got them. Don't go without in an expired. Do not go without all the decision makers being there. And that's how you get the appointment. After you've got them in their happy place, they're smiling, they're smiling, they're smiling, they're smiling. Well, why don't I do this for you? Why don't I just stop by, take a look at your house through through the buyer's eyes versus your eyes, and let me look and tell you why your house didn't sell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know there are several reasons why the house didn't sell, or the main reason, right? Price. I think we all could agree with that. Some people will say, condition. I say it's still price, okay? Because there is a price to that condition. If they don't do anything with the condition, there is a price that it will sell. Some people say location. That's not true either, because there is a price that they will take the interstate in the back of their yard. Okay, there is a price. It's not that price, but there is a price that they'll take the interstate in the backyard. Okay. And so that's how, when you get the appointment, and I'm not going to go through all of the things once you get there, but it is about price. But you don't say that on the phone, guys. You don't say that while you're standing there in front of them. You get the appointment, and then you go back, put them in their happy place, get the appointment, get their defense down, get them smiling. Go for the close of, hey, listen, let me stop by and take a look at your property. You don't have to list with me, but is Monday good or is Wednesday better? Don't ask them, can I stop by? The answer is no. Is Monday good or is Wednesday better for me? Just stop by and take a look. Will all the decision makers be there so I can talk to them? And then you go in. And by the way, I'll give you a little hint, because I have about 6-7 minutes left. Let me tell you how I got many of my listings, especially with expireds. I used this one prop that I took in with me, and I bought a whole bunch of these. I think they're called Coreplex signs. They didn't cost very much. Riders, and it was white with red letters on it that said sold. You know how you put it on your sign. The rider, whenever you get it sold, and you put sold on there. I carried that under my arm when I went in there with my listing presentation to talk to them about everything. I carried it under my arm, and then when I got to the table, that's the first thing I'd pull out, and I would lay it on the table, a sold sign. And undoubtedly 9 out of 10 would look at it, and before I ever started, they would say, "What is that?" "Oh, well, it's a sold rider." "Well, what are you doing with that?" "Well, I didn't come here just to list your house like the last agent did. I came here to get it sold. And so when I list it, I'd like for you to take this rider, put in your closet. And then whenever I get a contract and get this thing all taken care of, I'm going to call you up and ask you to go put it on my sign and put sold out there." Guys, that's what you call a soft close. Laying that sold sign on the table. If you read the book, Bull Selling, and many of the books about closing, it takes 5 or 6 times to close. If I forgot the percentage, Sean, like 40% or 60% are gone on the first no, right? And then it just continues on to about the fourth, fifth no. 92% of your competition are gone. They're like out in the parking lot, all fours up, they're dead. And so you now, if you hitting the fifth no or something like that, you're about to finish them up and close them out. So that sold sign acted as one of my close, one of my closings, and it was just a soft close. Okay, it was just a soft close. By the way, the other thing I did, I had to have a whole stack of, I think they still use these. I hope you do. A whole stack of just listed cards. Now on the first 5, I had their address. Don't let them have the whole stack because I had blank on the rest of them. But the first 5, I had their address. And it was what is that? Well, here, let me give you one. And I gave it with their address. Whenever you list with me tonight, okay, I plan on going door knocking 50 of the doors out here because you never know. The neighbors finally might have somebody that wants to move in their neighborhood and they want to know you. Okay, so again, those are things that you can say. Those are things that you can do. The biggest thing I think in kind of closing here, the biggest thing that I think helped me was the follow-up, everybody. If you're just calling them once, and by the way, I know that phone numbers are the toughest part. Okay. And I say to you, reach out to your CRM. I guess, I don't know, Land Voice and Mojo and Red X and all of these people, they have, if you pay a monthly fee, they have the phone number they can give you. And I think that's one of the biggest things with expireds is the phone numbers. Okay. And they have those that they can give you. It's worth every penny. It's worth every penny to have that. But the bottom line is, I did something that most people would not do, and that's how I got so many listings. If they didn't answer me at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by the way, I was one of those people they probably changed the law on because I called them at 6:30 in the morning when I first came into business. They didn't have a telemarketing law then. Hi, how you doing? This is Rob Daniel. I apologize for waking you up or bothering your breakfast, but I saw your house come off the market, and I was just giving you a call to see if you plan on going with another real estate agent. Do you? I had to talk real fast. Well, 80% of them cussed me out and hung up. Okay. 10% said, hey, or 15% said, call me back later. Hung up. 5% said, you're one crazy real estate agent. Why don't you talk to me or call me later on and let's talk about listing my house? That's who I was like. See, you take it personal. I just took it as I got to make these calls and I got to beat you. I got to beat you before you call them. Right. And so I would call them at 6:30. By the way, all those that hung up on me, the 80% that hung up on me and cussed me out and hung up on me, I promise you, at 10 o'clock, I called them back. Hi, this is Rob. I was just giving you a call back. I'm the one that called you. I apologize for calling you at 6:30 in this morning. I just want to ask you one question. Are you still mad? That's what I would say to them. Are you still mad? Now, 50% would laugh with me, and I would maybe get another couple of appointments. I can promise you, the other 50% cussed me out and hung up again. Ladies and gentlemen, I put them on a 2-week deal, and I would call them in 2 weeks, those that cussed me out, and I would say, hey, I'm the guy that called you at 6:30 in the morning a couple of weeks ago, and I was just giving you a call to see if you're still mad. And again, half of them would cuss me out and hang up again. Don't ever call me again. And I wouldn't call them anymore after that. But I used to call at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12:15, 4, and 7 if I didn't get a hold of them. And like I said, I'll end with this. I would leave a voicemail at 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. And here's what I would say. Hi, this is Rob Daniel. I saw your house come off the market, and I was just giving you a call to see if you plan on going with another real estate agent. Hey, listen, give me a call. And here's the key. Write this down. If you don't call me, I'll call you. At 4 o'clock, whenever I called back, hi, I'm a man of my word. I was just giving you a call back. Hey, listen, give me a call. Don't worry, if you don't call me, I'll call you. I did that for 7 business days straight. 7. And guys, that's what really, really got me to to list 9 houses a month. My best month was in January 1994. Some of you are like, I wasn't born in 1994. In 1994, I listed 31 houses in 31 days. And again, and that was, I would say 90% of those were expireds because of so many that came off at the first. But ladies and gentlemen, I urge you a couple of things here that I want to say. If you would like to have all that I've said, my voice text, and in exactly how I said this, I want to be able to give that to you. It's on Icon Coaching website. Abby and Day, if you'd put the website over there, please put that over into the chat so that they can go there. I'll have it up for 24 hours. Day has it up there. It's a voice text, okay? So you can grab it and you can listen to it, and you can listen to my voice inflections. And I hope mostly that you will tell me you hear my energy, that you hear my energy behind everything. And I think that it takes a lot of energy. And if you do, if you're really quiet and you talk like this and you, hi, how you doing? My name is Rob Daniel. I saw your house come off the market and I was just giving you, that's not going to work, guys. You've got to bring it out. And you that are quiet, push it out, come from within. Okay. And, just go ahead and grab it on the icon. Sean, you want to come back in and tell them just a little bit more maybe about the coaching program that I do and sales search, guys. Oh, something that we didn't do a little bit of a take while everybody is still here. Guys, we were thinking about live streaming sales surge, while Sean and them are live in Houston and Dallas and San Antonio and Orlando and all these places. We thought about live streaming it. If you would want to register for a live stream for this great sales surge, put yes. We're taking a vote. Put yes over into the chat real quick. If we don't get a lot of yeses, don't worry. Then we probably won't do it. But if we do get a lot of yeses, then we will send it out to you later. Okay. So just put that up there. Sean, it's all yours to talk a little bit about what we got going on.
Right. A couple of things here real quick. I saw in the chat, somebody said, do you pre-qualify your listing appointment? Of course, you guys. If you say yes to one thing, you say no to everything else. So why on earth would you say yes to something that you don't feel rock solid about? So I've got a list of 24 pre-qualifying questions that frankly should be asked every time you set a listing presentation. I will post that to the chat just as a bonus for you guys today. Yet at the same time, stick around because I'm going to do that in about 30 seconds. I want you to seriously consider getting into Rob's coaching program. What he's going to do is he's going to help you, number one, with accountability. Now, we're independent contractors. Guys, we want all this freedom and the flexibility, and we struggle with ways to be accountable. Rob will help you with that. Also, there's really 3 things in which we can control in real estate sales. First, think about everything you can't control. You can't control the interest rate. You can't control the buyer's motivation, their cash position, their credit score, the seller's motivation, the location of the property. So many things outside of our control. What you can control are 3 things: what you say, how you say it, and most importantly, how many people you say it to. Rob is going to help you with all 3 of those categories that are within your control. And I would be shocked, almost disappointed, if you didn't take at least 1 listing a month. At least 1 listing a month with Rob's tutelage. I promise you it's going to happen. So with that said, Rob's program, guys, it is pennies. It's $200 a month, and you get Rob every single week to motivate you, to inspire you, to help you with objection handling skills, the what to say, the how to say it, the voice volume, the pitch, inflection, use of pause, embedded commands, modal operators, adverbs, temporal, automatic, presupposition patterns, all of these things. Rob can definitely enlighten you, and armed with that knowledge, you guys, I want you to do some quick math. 1 listing a month, and that is the minimum standard. I'd be shocked if there wasn't at least 1 person who engaged with Rob today that didn't take 10 listings in a month. I wouldn't be shocked. Yet, I want you to go through the calculation. What would your return on investment for just $200 be when you take that listing and get it closed? Guys, we're talking thousands of percentage ROI. Hard to find that in today's market, I promise you. So with that said, if you're interested in checking out Rob's program without any commitment, I just want you to send a text to this phone number. Okay. It's 720-341-4876. I just posted it to the chat. Just send a text, and here's what I want you to text. One word, Rob. That's it. ROB. Just text it. Rob to 720-341-4876. And what we'll do is we're going to bounce back to your text with some information about Rob's program. Again, no commitment. You're not committed until you actually complete the form to sign up for Rob's program. And I hope you do, because in today's world, guys, we need that catalyst. We need something that's going to push us, to motivate us to achieve at the highest level possible. I want to see you as a success. See, success is getting what you want. Rob's here. I'm here to help you get what you want. I was also following the chat. Sean Policino chatted. He's a coach here at Icon Coaching. He's the other Sean at Icon. And, you know, he made himself available. If you guys would like a free coaching session, just hit Sean up. You know, send a text for sure, Rob, to 720-341-4876. We want to help you. Okay, Rob, go ahead.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, I mean, I just want to let everybody know that it is for expireds and for sale by owners. Okay, that is the coach. I mean, it's not $1,000, it's not $500. You know, so it is very minimal. We meet every week, and again, this is something that you could do, and I can help you. I believe list 3, 4, 5 every single month of expireds and for sale owners. They want to sell their house. We're realtors that sell. And by the way, you're not committing. You're just saying to Sean, if you hit Rob on there, hey, I'd like to just have a conversation.
Awesome, Rob. So guys, just take action. Just send the text. You'll get the information, then make an educated and informed decision. Should you engage with Rob? Man, I love this guy. I'd love to spend an hour a week with him. Guaranteed. So I trust you do too. Guys, we do this every single week. Every Tuesday, 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. So until we do this again next week, just be on purpose, be productive, and as always, be powerful, gang. See y'all next week. Rob, thank you so much. Crushed it again today. See y'all. Bye-bye.
Love it. See ya.